and they agreed that they are going to name Jose Peseiro as the new coach of the Super Eagles after the Nations Cup. What's your first reaction, Kola, when you heard about the news?
When I heard about the news, I decided to quickly take a research on the coach in question. I got to understand he has a rich CV. The CV is quite rich, but my reservation lies the last appointment he had. That was far back 2016. This is 2021, 5 years ago. So what has he been doing? What is giving the Nigeria Football Federation assurance that the technicality of modern football that is in vogue he has in the kitchen? And apart from that, again, I want to look at it in another perception. The man in question who left that particular post talking about Garnet Roy. When he came into this country, nobody knew about Garnet Roy. To be factual with him, he was the coach of Niger Republic, a coach of Burkina Faso, a coach of long ago Paris Saint-Germain or perhaps Bordeaux.
Yeah.
So you realize that could it be some of these white people usually use Nigeria
as a platform
to launch themselves into limelight? But I think I will give this a benefit of doubt, knowing fully well a coach who assisted in Real Madrid. I want to look at it from that direction.
That's the biggest job he ever had.
Then a coach who coached FC Porto, Sporting Braga, Sporting Lisbon. I want to look at it in that. But these are three biggest clubs in the Portuguese league. So I just want to be very, very meticulous in my utterances, meticulous in judgment, so that one will not say a word about a man in question who is here to assume duty.
Okay, I can understand where you're coming from. Being a government personality, there's a limit to which you can go. But we are on the other side of the divide, and we feel there's this enthusiasm, there's this way, it's something I'm feeling deep within me when I heard about the appointment yesterday. But before I get to myself, let me take AB on this. AB, what's your first reaction?
Okay,
and do you think this man?
First of all, I've always been of the opinion that for you to for a white coach to come to Nigeria, I don't know about the past when there was the life of Bonfrey Joe and all. That's like about 26 years ago, 25 years ago. But for now, for the salaries Nigeria has on the table, or for the money they pay, I know that getting a coach with that amount means you're not getting a world-class coach. You're not getting a very good coach. It's definitely an average coach. Paying before now, they were paying $50,000, and he's not even an American. He's a European. You convert that to French currency, that's euros. It's way below what he would have been getting if it was in France. So for him to settle for that monthly, that's too much bonuses for players. So for a coach to receive that and he's paying other people under him, it shows his own pedigree first of all. Like he said, he was playing Burkina Faso and Niger Republic. He's now coaching Nigeria. He can look at Nigeria. Nigeria has won the African Cup of Nations, the bronze medal 8 times. He had never gone further than that. So he now in his CV, he's going to be a coach, a bronze winning coach at the AFCON. But that's not a new thing for Nigeria. It's so normal. So like he said, I think Nigeria is actually boosting these coaches. Peseiro has not been out of job since 2016. So we cannot really rate it because football changes. The style of...
But can you talk about the last job he had? What the result was like?
It wasn't
he only won one match.
Exactly.
He couldn't qualify Venezuela, and he wasn't played for 1 year. He only won a match in the qualifiers, and then the was given the boat. For a coach who was satisfied to stay in a job for 1 year without being paid, it shows the quality of that kind of coach. And that same coach couldn't win any match with Venezuela. And we know, no matter how bad it is, Venezuela is not a bad country compared to other North American countries. And for him not to have been able to do anything with Venezuela, and Nigeria, in their own whatever, deem if that this is the kind of coach they want to look for. He's not better than Genedra. Genedra has done better than him when he was even coaching qualified. Genedra took Bordeaux to the final of cup winners.
No.
So what are we talking about here? Because I covered just before I take you have to allow you to speak on this. The other minister said something in an interview granted. He said it's better for us to settle for an Indian coach than to go and take a cheap coach.
And the clear charge I've given them is Nigeria deserves the best. Don't go and get a cheap coach for us. Get us one of the best coaches this country can afford. So they line up the coaches, they go through interviews, we have the benefit.
Don't settle for a cheap coach. Instead, use our own person. Why on earth will we settle for Jose Peseiro?
Jose Peseiro.
On what basis?
Jose Peseiro won the league with El Ali in Egypt. 2004.
Anybody can win La Liga deal with it because they have the best couple of players, and the system is already.
Back to what I said again. I want to be logical in my judgment about Jose Peseiro. I want to give him a benefit of doubt. And I wouldn't want, I want to use this opportunity, this platform, to call on the pen colleagues, the media practitioners, to give Jose Peseiro a benefit of doubt. Why am I sounding this way to look? We have seen some coaches whose pedigree is not in doubt, but they are yet to have any meaningful achievement in terms of result in the respective club they have coached or national team they have handled. But along the line, success becomes their familiar companion. I can give you instances on and over. The same Jose Mourinho we're talking about that is being celebrated all over the world. When he started his coaching career, in 3 years consecutively, he couldn't boast of any trophy. And I could still take it to Arsene Wenger, one of the greatest statisticians the world itself has ever produced. When he came into Arsenal, 1996, from 1997 through, Arsene Wenger for 3 years, Arsene Wenger could not win anything meaningful for Arsenal Football Club. So what I'm only trying to say, I am not an advocate of Jose Peseiro. I am not telling you he's the best hand. I am not telling you he's the man that is suited for the job. I am saying that we can as well, as the media practitioners, as lovers of the game, as stakeholders of the game, give this man a benefit of doubt. Who tells you that this man in question might not, I'm coming. Who tells you that this man in question might not come into the country and prove the critics wrong and get the necessary...
On what basis are we going to give the benefit of doubt? This is a man that's coming, the receiving is not interested. It's just one thing palatable that a lot of people want to that. It's better for me to go into an uncharted territory than to go with somebody who's been there and I know that it's not bringing any to the table. It's better for me to go with Michael Emenalo or Hamid Amunike, who have never coached in the Nigerian national team, than to go with somebody who has told the length and breadth of this one and cannot show what basic team he has been able to achieve. Not forgetting, this man was the coach of Sparta Braga when Joseph Enakide was still playing. He took Joseph Enakide to Sparta Braga. But what did he achieve at Sparta Braga? At Braga? Nothing. What did he win as a coach all through the surgeon? Nothing to show for it. He said they won League Alali. Alali already have a structure in place. Peace of Muslim is there. He has won the Champions League back to back. That's the quality of the coach we're talking about. If a coach is coming to Alali, he cannot win the league. He cannot win the league. He will be fired the following season. How many seasons did he last at Alali? These are what we're talking about. Are we looking for it? And the minister, I will bring that back. So hopefully tomorrow. If it's not possible, I'll try to get it today before the end of the program. The minister said something. He said it's better for us not to go for a cheap coach and just settle for our own person.
Nigeria $50,000. I think it's going to be. Because they are in Nigeria. They can understand India more. And I feel like there are Nigerian coaches who could actually deliver.
Exactly.
To a large extent. Because like I said earlier, if you're looking at the rate of world-class coaches, you're looking at salaries. Anytime I hear a foreign coach, for instance, let me a clear-cut example. There's Hervé Renard, who currently coaches Saudi Arabia. He was the coach of Zambia and also the coach of Ivory Coast. And he won the nations for the two of them. Two different countries. Okay, Zambia was not really that good, but he was able to, in 2013, he was able to get the trophy with Zambia. He went to Ivory Coast and replicated this. Let's not seem it's just a fluke. He did it in another country. Now it's in Saudi Arabia. For Saudi Arabia to back that kind of coach, you know that yes, he has a pedigree. And his money, his pay is going to be very on the high. So you understand that. But for a coach like Peseiro or whatever coach that is looking for submits his resume to Nigeria, you know, this coach is a coach who's already down and wants to pick up.
Exactly. A man has been out of job since 2016. A man who worked in his not of employment. He worked for a whole year without being paid, and he was still in the job. And that's the kind of person. That means we want to be holding him. That's what we're bringing on board. We want a coach that will not complain about not being paid salaries. Is that the kind of thing we want to do in Nigeria? And I think it's really sad. I feel so bad about it. It's better for us to stick with what we have, stick with the Guavo, than to bring Joseph Peseiro down to Nigeria. Because I think the people in the Nigeria Federation want to dictate to whoever becomes the coach and tell him what to do. Because if a man could sit down and be home for a year, that means he does not have his own thing. He does not have his own will. He will be dictated to by Nigeria Football Federation. And I think they just want the truth that they can push around.
So are you judging the man from the perspective that he's being indebted to? And if somebody is being indebted to and he decided to stay put in the job, maybe contrary to what you were thinking, maybe passion lies in his hand and he feels that...
Passion with hunger.
I'm coming. Maybe he feels he has a contract to respect and fine, they are not paying.
And not be paid.
He has not been paid and he just feels there's point. I needed to prove a point here than leaving this country like this. this. Maybe I will not agree to the fact that maybe because he's indebted to that makes him a bad coach. No, but on what you were saying, that Jose Peseiro should might not be the man in question that is right for the shoe that is wearing.
Yes.
Fine. It might be a suspense statement, and it might be intrigues in question. If, to me, I just want to see the man in question start his lines of job, trying to get the first litmus test is going to be by March, where we're going to play our last World Cup qualifier fixture. Let's see what is going to what is they have in stock for us. What can he bring to the table? Garnet West stayed in this country for 5 good years. The best of his achievement is bronze medal.
Which has been done before by so many junior coaches. Who did they all spend up to 3 years in the
So he has. I think he's wearing a big shoe because. Either you like it or not, he has been appointed.
Nigeria is the biggest country he's going to ever coach. Because you are talking about the most populous black nation in the world, with a huge population, with football being the opium of the masses, the passion of the people, and that's what he's going to be toying with, and that's what the Just Football Federation is toying with at this point in time. No matter how, just like he said, we want to give you benefit of doubt. We have no choice right now, but we can also influence who becomes the coach of the national team. And I think at the point in time, Nigerians do have a need to have a say, because it's good for us not to employ a coach who is not going to do anything for, has not been able to achieve any notable thing at club level or not at international level, than to bring somebody, than take our own Jesus.
Let me just become a soothsayer in the studio.
Yeah.
Maybe Peseiro might be the first man in question that will qualify Nigeria to the World Cup and get to the quarterfinal stage.
On what basis?
Time will tell.
Okay, but you know football, we always use the yardstick of what has been done in the past to also determine what the future will look like. But a whole lot of intrigues are going into it, but we will definitely have our say. But the Nigeria Football Federation will surely have their way, and they've done that by appointing Jose Peseiro as the coach of the Super Eagles. But we'll see how that pans out at the end of it. So much really happening right there.